From the edge of the bustling Rigel system, the Veritas limped back towards the heart of the Galactic Council's territories. The words of the humans echoed in the minds of everyone on board, a chilling reminder of the power they had so hastily underestimated. Captain Varro stood stoically on the bridge, his mind filled with thoughts as he guided the ship towards their destination, the Council's seat on Zeta Prime. Zeta Prime, a colossal station forged from the remnants of a hollowed-out planet, served as the diplomatic and legislative heart of the Galactic Council. The Council itself, a body made up of delegates from hundreds of star systems, convened within its great halls, shaping the laws and policies that governed the galaxy. As the Veritas docked, Captain Varro and his officers were ushered to the Great Council chamber. They stepped into a circular amphitheater, filled with the representatives of countless races, a multitude of voices filling the air in a discordant symphony of debates and discussions. The agenda for today was clear. It was the human issue. The Veritas' encounter with the humans had sent shockwaves throughout the Council, forcing them to reconsider the verdict handed down a millennium ago. A delegate from the Nebulan system, its voice a whispering breeze, floated to the center of the room. The humans, they reach out for peace, yet demonstrate a power that could annihilate us. Is this not a ploy? An act of deception? A Yamite delegate responded, its words punctuated by the rhythmic clicks of its mandibles. Or a show of strength, perhaps. They wish us to see that they are not the same as before. The council chamber buzzed with debates. Some argued that the humans were manipulating them, others believed it was a genuine plea for reintegration. A few even suggested that humanity had been punished enough and that they deserved a second chance. Captain Varro, watching the debates, found his own beliefs wavering. He had seen the transformation of the humans firsthand. Their plea, their power, it had all been so unexpected. They had outmaneuvered them, bested them even. Had they been wrong about the humans all along? The debates raged on, the council chamber echoing with the voices of the galaxy, each delegate fighting to be heard. Yet, amidst the chaos, one thing was clear: the verdict would not be unanimous. The council was divided, their views on humanity more varied than ever. As Captain Varro left the council chamber, he knew he had a long and arduous task ahead of him. He had to convince the council to give humans a second chance. It was not just a matter of justice, it was a matter of survival. The humans had shown that they were not to be trifled with, and if they were not willing to negotiate, the consequences could be disastrous. The galaxies watched on, their collective breaths held in anticipation. The humans had sown the seeds of dissent, their plea had fractured the unity of the council. And now, the Veritans had a crucial role to play. Would they be the voice of reason, or the harbinger of war? Only time would tell. News of the encounter between the Veritas and the humans rippled through the Galactic Council's territories, racing along communication arrays and quantum links, setting the galaxy alight with apprehension and curiosity. Holovids, interstellar news channels, and data streams all across the galactic sectors exploded with headlines about the humans. It was a topic that every sentient being was discussing, an event that was dissected and debated on a million different worlds. On the shipbuilding platforms of Axion Prime, the engineers and laborers whispered about the terrifying power the humans had displayed. In the bustling trade hubs of the Gliese markets, merchants exchanged rumors of an impending war between humanity and the Council. Even in the ancient learning halls of Vega 6, scholars pondered the implications of a resurgent humanity. However, there was another effect, a less tangible but equally potent one. Hope, as it often does, had begun to flicker in the most unexpected places. In the fringes of the galaxy, on worlds that felt the Council's heavy-handed policies and aloof governance, people saw the humans as a symbol of rebellion, a beacon of resistance. Graffiti portraying human symbols began appearing on the streets, and quiet whispers of a possible revolution started to circulate. Back on the Veritas, Captain Varro couldn't help but notice the effect of the human issue on his crew. They were edgy, their usually disciplined demeanor replaced by an underlying current of worry. He decided to address them. "Gather round," he began, his deep voice reverberating through the ship's comms. "I won't deny that we are facing an unexpected situation. The humans, they have evolved, developed, but we should not let fear cloud our judgment. Remember, we are Veritans, keepers of peace and justice." His words resonated with his crew, the simple yet powerful reassurances bringing a calm to the nervous energy that had pervaded the ship. Finally, a month after their encounter with the humans, the Council made its decision. A special envoy was dispatched, a peace delegation comprising representatives from each of the Council's races, accompanied by a massive fleet, a clear sign of the Council's intentions to negotiate, but from a position of strength. Captain Varro was appointed as the commander of this fleet, a task he accepted with a heavy heart. He knew the task ahead wouldn't be easy. The humans had changed, they had grown stronger, and they had displayed a level of sophistication and power that was unparalleled. As the fleet embarked on their journey back to the location of the human encounter, Captain Varro couldn't help but wonder what lay ahead. Would the humans accept their proposal, or would they see it as another attempt at subjugation? The fate of the galaxy rested on his shoulders, and he hoped that he was up to the task. The galaxy watched on, the tension palpable, as the Veritan-led fleet journeyed to meet the humans. And somewhere, in a remote corner of the cosmos, the humans waited, ready for whatever was coming their way. From the human perspective, deep within the hallowed chambers of the Galactic Council, unassuming figures flitted through the shadowed recesses, whispering in the ears of the powerful, influencing the mighty. These were the human spies, unseen, unheard, and unknown to most. Infiltrating every level of the Galactic Council, they had been weaving a complex web of influence. For the humans, the stakes were high, and so they played their hand with finesse. Bribes were offered to the corruptible, threats were whispered to the vulnerable, and blackmail was a constant tool in their arsenal. And where words failed, acts of sabotage ensured that the humans' will was subtly enforced. Meanwhile, the humans also engaged in a crafty game of information warfare. With deft precision, they disseminated false information, crafted intricate lies, and sowed seeds of doubt among the Council's worlds. This not only kept the Council on edge, but also created divisions that the humans could exploit. Despite their extensive network and their manipulations, the humans found themselves in the dark about one critical matter: the Council's peace offer. The decision was cloaked in layers of secrecy, so dense that even the humans' most skilled spies could not penetrate it. Yet, they knew an offer was coming. The signs were clear in the heightened whispers and the silent, anxious glances exchanged among the Council members. This knowledge filled the human leadership with a sense of anticipation and uncertainty, a deadly cocktail of emotions in such precarious times. Back on the human stronghold, fleets of starships lay ready, their hulls gleaming under the harsh glare of artificial lights. As the peace delegation's arrival drew closer, an air of tension enveloped the human command. Some called for peace, for an end to their long isolation. Others feared the Council's offer would be a ruse, a trap to exterminate humanity once and for all. The decision, however, leaned towards peace. The fleet that would greet the peace delegation would be a singular ship, an imposing warship aptly named the Resurgence. The symbol was not lost on the human leadership. They were willing to negotiate, but not at the expense of their newfound strength and resilience. On board would be Ambassador Idris Solain, a man renowned for his diplomatic prowess and unyielding courage. His presence was a statement. Humanity was ready to negotiate, but it would not be intimidated. Despite their decision to extend a hand of peace, the humans were not naive. Backup plans were laid out like a deck of cards, each more deadly than the last. Lurking in the shadows were 2 dreadnought-class battlecruisers and a fleet of nimble, deadly attack vessels ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. Their chosen meeting spot with the Council's envoy was nestled in the cosmos expanse, a nebula that offered concealment and a tactical advantage. Its swirling gases and electromagnetic interference would cloak their hidden fleet, offering a significant advantage if things turned sour. The humans knew their survival hinged on their ability to outthink, outmaneuver, and outfight their opponents. This nebula was their hidden ace, and they hoped it wouldn't need to be played. The human race stood on a knife's edge, teetering between newfound hope and the threat of annihilation. They had come far, grown much since the days of their exodus. Now, they were about to face their greatest test yet, a confrontation that could signal their triumphant return or their ultimate doom. As Ambassador Solain took a last look at the bustling command center, he was ready to plead the humans' case and bring us back into the galactic fold as equals. As the last strategy sessions ended, and the dreadnoughts disappeared into the nebula's mists, one thought echoed throughout humanity's ranks: they were ready. For peace, for war, for negotiation, for conflict. Whatever the future held, they were prepared to face it head-on. No longer were they the fledglings who had fled their home 1,000 years ago. They were a strong, resilient race, ready to reclaim their rightful place among the stars. In the cold vacuum of space, an armada of colossal proportions appeared on the horizon, as if burst from the stars themselves. It was the Veritan fleet, a formidable gathering of vessels that stretched as far as the sensors could read. From behemoth carriers to agile fighters, each craft was an embodiment of Veritan power and sophistication. The Veritas, the command ship, was the epitome of grandeur. Its hull shone like a second sun in the dark void, a testament to the immense power that the Veritans wielded. Outclassing the Resurgence in both size and firepower, the vessel radiated an aura of dominion, symbolic of the Galactic Council's intentions. The Veritan fleet arrived in formation, its precision a quiet statement of military discipline. The spectacle was unmistakably a show of strength meant to intimidate. Yet, aboard the Resurgence, the humans watched the display unfold with a steadfast calm. They had expected a power play, and it did not faze them. A tense silence filled the command bridge of the Resurgence. The soft hum of consoles and the quiet whispers of the crew filled the air as the Veritan fleet filled the star-studded vista before them. The humans held their breath as the colossal fleet drew closer, a tangible embodiment of the trials they would face. As the distance closed, a hailing signal cut through the silence, its origin from the Veritas. The screen flickered to life, revealing the stone-cold face of Captain Varro, his ice-blue eyes boring into the crew of the Resurgence. The negotiations were about to begin,